Do I have to have a digital ID card?
Well, all UK citizens will have a digital ID card. So
hold on, do you have to have it?
I'd say card, actually. It's a digital ID, so it's
do
not
I
an
have
actual
to have
physical
it?
card. Yes,
What if I don't?
all UK citizens will have to have one. Well, the plan is that we're going to roll this out. It will be compulsory if you want to work in this country. We think that will make a significant dent in the number of people who come to this country and are able to work illegally.
Daily Mad News. Mad News. Daily Mad News. Mad News. Daily Mad News.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Mad News with your host, F4 Bizzo, coming to you live and direct from the Mad News headquarters right here in London. So, what is the Mad News for today?
Daily Mad News.
Okay, so the government has responded to the petition of 2.7, almost 2.8 million signatures of British citizens saying to the government that they don't want the digital ID. But the government is saying,
Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
you are getting that digital ID. And the people are saying, we don't want this digital ID because we think it's part of the... But the government is saying no. After all these votes, which has broken record,
Denied. Access denied.
you are getting that digital ID. You are getting chipped like a dog. You are getting monitored. There's no way around it. Let's go deeper into what the government is saying.
Daily Mad News.
You know, I've been telling people since June that this law has been given the royal assent. The king is part of this. It's given it the royal assent when this thing went through the House of Lords. Now, they're rolling this out. You can go through one of my last videos, got the link to that. There's a new law that's been approved by the royal assent. I mean, it's not even funny. This new law has been approved by the royal assent. Guys, please give us a like, please. Because every time I go into this, because I don't get like, YouTube keep cutting me off. Now, so on the 20th of June, yeah, this new law got royal assent. So let's look deeper into what this is. So this is the UK Digital Identity Legislation, which has now passed another important milestone. So what is the milestone? The government is making sure that people and businesses can access trusted and secure digital identities for all their needs across the UK economy system. So, this is what they're proposing here. So on 19th of June, the Data Use and Access, the Data Use and Access Act, we're going to check through that in a second so we can have more look at that, receive royal assent, as well as putting the National Underground Asset Register on a statutory footing and supporting the future of smart data schemes.
Daily Mad News.
So anyway, the government had responded. And let's go through the government's response. Let me make it bigger for you guys to see. Okay, so this is the response of the government. So let's start with this. The petition was, do not introduce digital ID cards. We demand that the government immediately commits to not introducing a digital ID card. There are reports that this is being looked at. Remember that. So there's details there which, let's just go through the whole entirety. We think this will be a step towards mass surveillance and digital control, and that no one should be forced to register with a state-controlled ID system. We oppose the creation of any national ID system. ID cards were scrapped in 2010. In our view, for good reason. That's the page. You can still sign the petition because it's running out to the end of the year. So anyway, Parliament will consider this for debate. Parliament considers all petitions that gets more than 100,000 signatures for debate, waiting for 12 days for a debate day. Remember, 12 days for a debate day. Let's look forward to that. Now, the government has responded. So they responded on 2 days ago, which is on Thursday. So this is the government's response. We will introduce a digital ID within this parliament to help tackle illegal migration, make accessing government services easier, enable wider efficiencies. We will consult on details soon.
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
The government has announced plans to introduce a digital ID system which is fit for the needs of modern Britain. We are committed to making people's everyday life easier and more secure, to putting more control in their hands, including over their own data, and to driving growth towards harnessing digital technology. We also want to learn from countries which have digitized government services for the benefit of their citizens, in line with our manifesto commitment to modernize government.
Daily Mag News.
This is the Labour manifesto that they used to win the last election year. Labour Manifesto 2024. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for the word digital ID. I don't know how to show you. There's zero mention of digital ID in the 142-page manifesto. Zero mention of digital ID, right? Cool. Now let's look for the word digital. Digital. Now there's 4 mention of the word digital, and we're going to go through it one by one. So let's read this whole page because the word digital is probably in the second paragraph there, but let's read the whole page. Yeah. The current planning regime acts as a major brake on economic growth. Labour will make the changes we need to forge ahead with new roads, railways, reservoirs, and other national significant infrastructure. We will set our new national policy statement, make major projects faster and cheaper by slashing red tape, and build support for development by ensuring communities directly benefit. We will also update national planning policies to ensure the planning system meets the needs of a modern economy, making it easier to build laboratories, digital infrastructures, and gigafactories. Yeah. Labour will ensure economic regulation support, growth and investment, promotes competition, work for consumers, and enables innovation. Done. That's the first mention of digital in the whole 142-page of the Labour's manifesto. Now let's go to the second part. Criminals never stop looking for new ways to target victims. Police must change the way they operate too, with technology and investigative techniques keeping pace with modern threats. We will work with national policing bodies and police staff to standardize approaches to procurement, IT, professional standards and training. We will ensure services is organized so as to enable investment in specialist capabilities such as digital forensics and to more effectively tackle cross-border issues such as serious organized crime. Yeah, you can get the gist. Now, let's look at the third mention of digital in the whole manifesto. Every child should have a broad curriculum with an excellent foundation in reading, writing, and maths, and supporting to develop essential digital speaking and creative skills. So basically, in that paragraph there, what they're just talking about is the digital education of the children. Now, let's go to the last part. We will publish a trade strategy and use every level available to get UK businesses the asset it needs to international markets. We promote the highest standards when it comes to food production, as well as striking new free trade agreements. Labour will seek to negotiate standalone sector deals, such as digital, or mutual recognition agreement to promote our services export. So those are the only 4 times digital, the word digital is mentioned in Labour manifesto.
Daily Mag News.
Currently, when UK citizens and residents use public services, start a new job, or for example, buy alcohol, they often need to present an assortment of physical documents to prove who they are or things about themselves. That's not true. I mean, that statement there is wrong. But I digress. Let's go straight into it. This is both bureaucratic for the individual and creating space for abuse and fraud. This includes known issues with illegal working and modern slavery, while the fragmented approach and multiple systems across government make it difficult for people to access vital services. Further, there are too many people who are excluded, like 1 in 10 UK adults who don't have a physical photo ID, so can struggle to prove who they are and access the products and services they are entitled to.
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
To tackle these interlinked issues, we will introduce a new national digital ID. This is not a card, but a new digital identity that will be available for free to all UK citizens and legal residents aged 16 and over, although we will consider through consultation if this should be age 13 and over. What? Over time, people will be able to use it seamlessly to access a range of public and private sector services with the aim of making our everyday lives easier and more secure. It will not be compulsory to obtain a digital ID, but it will be mandatory for some applications. What's the point of that? For example, the new digital ID will build on Govt.uk One Login and the Govt.uk wallet to drive the transformation of public services. Over time, this system will allow people to access government services such as benefit or tax records without needing to remember multiple logins or providing physical documents. I want to remember multiple logins and I want to provide physical documents. I mean, it will significantly streamline interaction with the state, saving time and reducing frustrating paperwork, while also helping to produce opportunities for more joined-up government services. International examples show how beneficial this can be. For instance, Estonia's system reportedly saves each citizen's hours every month by streamlining unnecessary bureaucracy, and the move to become a digital society has saved taxpayers money. By the end of this parliament, employers will have to check new digital ID when conducting a right-to-work check. This will help combat criminal gangs to promote access to the UK labour market in order to profit from dangerous and illegal channel crossing. It will create a fairer system between UK citizens and legal residents, crack down on forged documents, and streamline the process for employers, driving up compliance. Further, it will create business information showing where employers are conducting checks, so driving more targeting action against non-compliant employers. For clarity, it will not be a criminal offense not to hold a digital ID, and police will not be able to demand to see a digital ID as part of a stop and search.
Daily Mag News.
Privacy and security will also be central to the digital ID program. We will follow data protection law and best practice in creating a system where people can rightfully put their trust in. People in the UK already know and trust digital credentials held in their phone's wallet to use in their everyday lives, from paying for things to storing boarding passes. The new system will be built on similar technology and be on your boarding passes to government. Let me read that again. The new system will be built on a similar technology and be your boarding pass to government.
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
Daily Mag News.
Digitally, checkable digital credentials are more secure than physical documents which can be lost, copied, or forged, and often mean sharing more information than just what is necessary for a given transaction. The new system will be designed in accordance with the highest security standards to protect against a comprehensive range of threats, including cyber attacks. We will launch a public consultation in the coming weeks and work closely with employers, trade unions, civil society groups, and other stakeholders. This is very interesting. To co-design the scheme and ensure it is secure and inclusive as possible. Following consultations, we will seek to bring forward legislation to underpin this system. Department for Science, Innovation, and
Technology.
That's basically what that means. That's the response of the government.
Daily Mag News.
This is what my thought is on this. So, the UK brought democracy to the world. I mean, that's probably one of the last legacy of Britain, right? So, you introduce democracy to the world. We've been to other countries, fighting them that they're not taking this democracy. And what is democracy? So let's start from what is democracy here? Democracy, yeah, meaning. Translate, rule by the people. Democracy means rule by the people. In a democracy like the UK, the people elect the government and have a say in how it is run. Even though this is, I'm just saying, they do this by voting in elections, closed elections, a process that allows the people to vote for who they want to represent them locally and nationally. Now, let's have the meaning of dictatorship, yeah? Yeah, dictatorship. What is the meaning of dictatorship? What is a dictatorship? Yeah, let's go deeper. A dictatorship is a form of government which is characterized by a leader or a group of leaders who hold absolute or near absolute political power.
Daily Mag News.
What Keir Starmer is actually doing now is dictatorship, because digital ID was never mentioned in the manifesto. That's one. So you're violating the trust of the people. That's the first thing he's doing right now. 2.7 million, almost 2.8 million people voted that they don't want this. But still, the government still insisted that we will introduce this. So they're making it mandatory. Now, this has been going on for a long time, like I said, so let's check this out.
Daily Mag News.
The use of digital ID linked to social credit scores for control and tracking is not a theory. Let's listen to what the WF guys
An ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Daily Mag News.
Let me play that for you guys again.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Daily Mag News.
Well, Keir Starmer, our Prime Minister, has said...
Guys, remember, that petition around that time is 50,202 signatures. He hasn't reached that 100,000 at that time. Okay.
We are looking at what other countries have done to bring in a sort of digital accreditation. I think there's real actually benefits right across here, from obviously dealing with illegal working, but also actually imagine if your viewers imagine that they had one credential that would allow them to access all the different government services and our public services too. I'm sure many of your viewers often tear their hair out with all the different numbers and passwords of the different bits of government that they have to deal with, and I do think there could be a real benefit here for people who are here and working legally and accessing our public services if there was one route in, as well as the benefits it could have with illegal migration. We're looking at that. I think it is an interesting idea that other countries have taken forward, and we want to learn from what they've done.
Well, all UK citizens will have a digital ID card, so all UK citizens will have it, and anybody who comes to this country, so all UK citizens will have to have it, but won't have to carry it with them.
Do I have to have a digital ID card?
Well, all UK citizens will have a digital ID card. So
hold on, do you have to have it?
I'd say card, actually. It's a digital ID, so it's not an actual physical card. Yes,
what if I don't?
All UK citizens will have to have one. Well, the plan is that we're going to roll this out. It will be compulsory if you want to work in this country. We think that will make a significant dent in the number of people who come to this country and are able to work illegally. At the moment, we've got a system where border enforcement officials will go in and do spot checks. If they get intelligence that there's people working illegally, they'll go to a workplace or a factory and be able to check on people's right to work and make sure that the employer has checked that information as well. But there isn't a very simple system for doing that. We're living in a digital age and we're behaving like an analogue country, and that's why we've been looking at countries like Estonia, where they've rolled out a digital ID to all citizens, so that when you get a job, you prove that you've got the right to work. That means fewer people going into the illegal economy, and people who do go into the illegal economy, when they do, and we get intelligence that that is happening, that the checks that we make are more robust than they are at the moment.
Daily man news.
I'm telling you right now, the option right now is to get one of those sleeper van or something like that and start living a normal life. Or join the Kubala in this way, because that seems to be because you are getting that digital ID. I mean, it's crazy. So this is it. The government has done the response, and it looks like you have no other option right now. You are going to get a digital ID. You'll be denied access to their new digital life. I mean, services, you'll be denied access to services. I mean, applying for benefits and all that kind of stuff, you will need your digital ID. Paying for your taxes, you need your digital ID. I mean, even to log on to the internet, you need your digital ID because it's a digital service. You need your ID to check your Instagram. You need your ID to check your email because, like they said, everything. Let me play you that video again.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Daily man news.
So there you go. So what do I think? You've heard the man there, you heard where the technology is going. And like I said, the only way out is analog. The only way out is living a normal life. The only way out right now is Kubala in his way. That's the only way out now. Because this is ridiculous. This is really, really ridiculous. I mean, in the next 3 years, they're literally going to phase out the paper-based system. And we're going to be the last generation that's going to be using cash. We're going to be the last generation that's going to be human, because now we're going to the digital age. We're going to the post-human age. We're going to the human 2.0 age. We are going to be the last. Trust me. We're going to be the dinosaurs of the next generation. And people are going to start researching us. We're looking for the organic humanity. Where is that organic guy? Where is that organic human? Oh, where is he? The non-verse, the non-digital. Where is that guy? I mean,
I know words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
Start sending robots to liquors, like, I mean, this is basically what it is.
Daily Mad News.
You don't want to be part of this digital ID system. It's going to be very hard because there's a lot of countries out there that are doing it at the same time. Like, for example, from the 12th of October this month, the EU is introducing a digital ID system, exit and entry and exit system, which is a digital ID where they take your pictures and your fingerprint if you want to enter the EU from the 12th. So for those British people looking to run to Spain, run to all this country, I mean, it ain't gonna happen. What you're running for is waiting for you there. So on a more serious note, the only way right now is to go nomad, start living off land. But then that means the only option right now will be Kubala in his way. You know, that's the only way. Because if you're not ready to live that life, you're gonna get that digital ID.
Daily Mad News.
So if 2.782885 people sign a signature saying they don't want something, which the government itself did not put in its manifesto for the people to put them in, if almost 2.8 million people say no, should the government still continue to implement this system? Is this what democracy is all about? Let me know what you think if you're not too scared to put your views and opinions out there. And if you like what I do, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Daily Mad News. Until I see you again in the next episode of the Daily Mad News, it's your boy FOPs, and I'm out.
Daily Mad News. Mad News. Daily Mad News. Mad News. Daily Mad News.